Four countries walk into a river. No, this is not the beginning of a terrible geography joke. At Kazungula, Zambia, Botswana, Namibia and Zimbabwe appear to meet at one tiny point on the Zambezi River. It is often called the world's only international quadripoint. There is just one small problem. The four countries may not actually meet. So, what is happening here? And why did this tiny piece of geography help shape one of Africa's most unusual bridges? Zoom in. Very far in. Modern boundary data used by NASA shows not one meeting point, but two. At the western point, Zambia, Namibia, and Botswana meet. About 150 meters farther east, Zambia, Botswana, and Zimbabwe meet. Between them is a very short Zambia-Botswana boundary, roughly the length of 1.5 football pitches. So the simple answer is no. According to this boundary data, the four countries almost meet, but not quite. Geography apparently decided that four was a crowd. The confusion is understandable. These river borders came from colonial agreements that were not exactly drawn with Google Maps open. From the 1960s, the Kazungula ferry carried passengers, traders, vehicles and freight directly between Botswana and Zambia. But it also became part of Southern Africa's liberation story. Historical accounts describe it as the Freedom Ferry, because refugees and liberation fighters used the route to reach independent Zambia and countries farther north. That worried the white minority governments surrounding Botswana. In 1970, apartheid South Africa, which then controlled Namibia, argued that Botswana and Zambia did not share a border. It claimed all four countries met at one point, making the ferry crossing illegal. Botswana rejected the claim. Accounts from Botswana say shots were fired during one confrontation. Some years later, the Rhodesian army attacked and sank the ferry, claiming it was being used for military purposes. Suddenly, 150 meters of river was no longer a piece of map trivia. It was the difference between a direct route and an illegal crossing. The ferry continued operating, but it was slow, unreliable and struggled with growing traffic. Plans for a bridge existed from the 1960s, but politics and border disputes got in the way. Construction finally began in 2014. The result was the 923-meter road and rail Kazungula Bridge. And if you look closely, the bridge is not straight, it bends. This was not an engineer having a difficult Monday. The curved alignment keeps the crossing inside the territory used by Botswana and Zambia, avoiding Namibia and Zimbabwe. Even Zambia's parliament discussed how the unusual shape followed the narrow border area. The bridge officially opened on the 10th of May 2021, replacing the old ferry. The African Development Bank says border transit time dropped from roughly 2.5 days to about half a day. Today, the crossing is jointly operated by Botswana and Zambia, and carries hundreds of trucks through one of Southern Africa's most important trade routes. And yet, the mystery refuses to die. In 2026, Botswana's own government still described Kazungula as the world's only quadripoint, even while Botswana and Zambia jointly manage a bridge built around their shared boundary. So do four countries really meet at Kazungula? Popularly, yes. On modern boundary maps, no. What exists is something even stranger. Two tripoints, separated by a sliver of river that carried refugees, caused international arguments and helped bend a 923-meter bridge. Sometimes the most important part of a map is the line you can barely see,